Hi and welcome back to another video. And I just kind of figured that I even though I present myself on YouTube, this you see it on my as my profile picture and my banner. I've been thinking of like trying a new one because I don't know if the current one feels quite right. So I'd like you guys to let me know what you think of where I'm currently at in my thought process. Okay, so I guess first I should just I guess I should just start drawing. Okay, so just gonna make a nice outline. Is that good? I think so. And then I'll just get started with the drawing. Okay, so for this, I thought it might be nice to make my head be a top hat because I really like drawing top hats on all my characters. And then I just kind of like the feeling of having like the spiky teeth. And then on an above layer for, like you never really know which layers you're gonna need things to be in, so I'm putting this on a higher layer just in case. Looking pretty good so far. Um, then I guess I'll just I like to um I like to color in the parts that I finish like in different sections. So now I'm just gonna color in the head. For this, I'm doing pink and cyan because they're pretty close to being opposite colors on the wheel without being like directly across from each other. And I like how they work with each other. You know? I don't know. But anyway, uh, and then for the hat itself, it's going to be like first I go to like half of pink, and then I do half of that half. And then just gotta fill this thing up. I'm actually gonna make this a bit bigger so that coloring it in is easier. Okay. Next I'm actually gonna color in this rim. And then I'm actually gonna do a bit of shading because I'm going to darken it. And then I want to have like a warm tone for this. So I'm going to move it to like here towards orange. Wrong part. I meant to color it in here. Did I? Okay, no, I didn't. Just making sure. Okay, now I just gotta keep cutting this in. I think I'm doing a pretty good job with this. My drawings have been getting a lot better. And it's always nice to see improvement in yourself. That looks wrong. I think it's fine. Right? Yeah, it's fine. Then, of course, I'm just gonna put these parts. And since it's like that, I might as well just fill in these gaps. Just kind of smooth things out. And then now, I'm going to go directly to orange. And I'm going to have like a really light orange. So I could shade in the teeth. And what's fun about light orange is that when I put it down, I notice it looks like that's actually looks kind of like skin color. So that's interesting. What size is it? I think it's this size. Okay, I actually gotta. I think it might be a bit too big. No, that's too small. Is this a good size? It's a bit too small. Okay, this should be good. Yeah, it's good. Then I'm gonna finish filling it in. And that's the head pretty much done. Okay, next is like the rest of the body. Or like the torso. The torso and the arms are next. Now for the torso and the arms, I'm going to be pretty much just following my sketch, just putting a bit more care into it. And there. That looks good to me. And then I'm actually going to use the bucket as like a bit of a shortcut. And then it leaves all these lines, and I gotta fill them in. Or actually, I'm gonna fill in most of the lines, but I'm gonna keep some around for guidance, so I can separate the arm and the torso. Yeah, sounds good to me. Oh, I think it's around dinner time, so on my end, I'm gonna pause it right here, and on your end, I'll be back like sometime later. It might be a couple seconds, it might be next day, but I'm just gonna go do something real quick. Okay, I think everything's actually all good. So, I'll just kind of keep doing this, I guess. Okay, so now here, I'm going to mostly erase it. And I'm going to get out white. And I'm just gonna try to do that better. Yeah, looks good. Okay, and then now for the neck, I'm gonna have some like spacey stuff. It's not gonna be anything like too extreme though. Okay, that was too extreme. I need to dial it down a bit. Okay, yeah, that's good. And then, just gonna add some stars. And I think that should be good for the neck. And then I'm gonna have this just to like signify sort of neckline, you know? And then there is the neck, because this is gonna be the fun part. I'm gonna have like a super cool like neon type thing. And I'm just gonna kind of, go with it. I'm not completely sure what I want to do with this. I just kind of know that I want it to look all cool and spacey. I think I'm gonna have some nice science stuff over here. And some yellow would go nice right here. And here. I think that looks pretty good. And maybe we could get some nice neon green. And just draw like some circles here. Oh. Oh. You know what I realized? I did that wrong. Now this part, this is right, so I'm just going to redo it. But this part, I actually have to do it like inverse because of the way that the arm is oriented. There it is. Now I'm just going to have like some small detail lines to kind of emphasize like wrinkles and stuff. Okay. I think this is the sweater pretty much done. And then now, I'm gonna move down a bit. Or actually, I gotta stay here because now I gotta go back to this. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did for uh, the torso, which is just doing the same thing over again, but just taking more time doing it. Okay. I don't know what happened there, but I don't know, I'm spacing out. But here is the legs. And the legs are gonna be a bit more cutesy. But the thighs are still gonna be like spacey. And then now that I have that, I'm going to just kind of repeat the spacing that I did earlier for the neck. Oh, wrong thing. I meant to do it for the airbrush. Oh boy. I have a super hard time being engaging. Like, not in general, just really on YouTube. Because when I'm having, like, conversations with my sister, I'm able to just come up with funny stuff, like, really quickly. But, like, here I struggle to find something to say, for, like, the whole video. Okay. I think, actually I was gonna say something, but I forgot what I was gonna say. It's really annoying when that happens. Okay, there. Oh, I tried to talk, but then my voice didn't work. But I was trying to say, the legs are done. And then now, got a color pick from the head. then I'll color in the legs pretty quickly since the legs are pretty simple. Okay, there's one leg. Now for the other leg. Okay, now I gotta get this color so I could shade in the legs. Okay, that leg's good. And then that leg is pretty much good. Okay, now I gotta shade in the white parts. And then I'll finish off with like a nice gloss. And there that is. And since I have a lot of open space, I'll put down this idea I have for him. But actually, before I do that, I'm going to delete this layer. I'm gonna add one like beneath this. And it's going to be a normal airbrush. It's gonna be super big. And over here, I'll just kind of, have this. And then I'll get this. And I'll just fill this in. Now I gotta get the airbrush again so that I can make this part red. And I think I could actually just do this. And then I just gotta draw this next part. And I'm thinking that's too thick. Is that good? I think that's good. And I'm thinking of like, remember how I said that I had like a story, and if I was gonna get, and I was talking about how I don't know if like it should be animated like a book. I came up with the fun scene for the story, and right here I'm gonna draw it. And basically the idea for a scene is that I'm just kind of coming there like super dramatically. Just gonna outline all this stuff so that I can go back here. And then it's gonna be like a cool looking silhouette type thing. I'm not gonna state the reason why I'm coming in all dramatically, because that happens because of a plot twist that happens in the book that I don't want to give away. I think this came out real good. So, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!